Wait a minute, sir.
All right. Hi, Dista.
Hi, Dista.
Oh, okay. That was it. Hi. So that was Cynthia. Hi, Cynthia.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello. Haram,
Wow.
haram.
All right. Let's go ahead
Okay.
and start this
Good
off.
morning,
Boo.
everyone.
Good morning, Boo Boo.
Okay. We. The first one is my OKR. Mr. Secretary, please open my OKR.
I'll be happy. Okay, here you go. Okay. Okay. Here you go. Here you go. OKRs.
Okay. For the first one, DV event, birthday and anniversary greeting. So far, this one is it's done for the.
Oh. Oh, that card. Okay. All right. Got it.
Okay. So the second one, hiring. Get one new, get one, get one new GS MV host content that significant and the first or second interview handled by me.
Mhm.
Ruth Manuela is second interview by me, sir.
Yay! Congratulations. Very good. Okay.
Okay.
What?
And then I'm sorry, sir. I can actually do second times A. So far, it's clear, sir. And FYI, we reached.
Look at that. There's 1,313 followers now on our LinkedIn profile. Very targeted, specifically people who are in. Let's take a look at our followers first. Let's see where they're coming from. So the follower count is pretty good. It's for the past few weeks, and I've noticed that too. I think it could be just not enough ads that we're putting out there. We used to have more, but now we're a little bit fewer. And it could be also how we're engaging with people that we are not accepting on LinkedIn. We probably should take a look at that. All right. In terms of, let's see, overall performance, still mostly from Jakarta and Denpasar. Yeah. Whoa, wait. Sorry. Yeah. From Jakarta and Denpasar. Also from West Java, Surabaya, Banten. Jogja is very few, which is a bit surprising. I think the reason for that is maybe a lot of people in Jogja are students and they don't have LinkedIn profiles yet. And just not sure. Okay, so in terms of how we're doing, let's see. We're up against Potato Head. We're actually slowing down. Potato Head is getting actually. So with one post, they get 420 followers. We have to post 26 times to get 370.
Potato Head's followers like increasing. Maybe like people are waiting. Like, what event are they going to be there in Potato Head? Do they post that?
But that doesn't relate to job followers, right?
Isn't it like a followers for the
Right.
LinkedIn account? So
You mean like a music event, right?
Mhm.
If they okay, this is what I'm thinking, and it could be interpreted either way. I mean, if you have followers on LinkedIn, they're following you because they want a job, right? And so if they're following you because they want a job, you're not posting, you're not offering jobs. Why are they following you?
That could also be like because they're not posting now, so people follow in case in the future they post for job.
Interesting. All right, let's take a look at this. They promoted these two jobs. They have 75 applicants on the one job, and on the online advertising, they have 111 applicants. Wow. All right. So perhaps that, but that still doesn't make sense, right? If you're not an applicant, why would you follow the brand?
Mm.
Right? Okay. Let's.
Is our brand your classmate or Potato Head brand?
Oh, we're talking about essentially how does Potato Head less surface area? There's only like 2 jobs that they've posted. They've only posted.
Yeah.
We need to,
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair. Let's bring it back up.
Yeah.
Okay. Or we need to bring it back up. So in terms of, let's just take a look at your content. I wanted to just show. It seems like people really want to embrace that idea of flexibility at work. That seems to be a strong topic. So I'll show you how that riff has gone. The first time you posted was on News Panita showing Wayana and Emil. standing on the cliff. And you can see, yeah, the engagement has been soaring through the roof. 311 with 17 clicks and 5.7% CTR and 11. So we discovered something, an engagement rate of 9%. We discovered that essentially the remote working subject is actually pretty popular. And why not, right? Because that looks pretty cool when you're able to do that. So, back to you, Chair.
Okay. So we can move on to the next OKR from Vida.
Okay. Actually, the next OKR will be. Let me go next, Chair, because I've already loaded up the paper. Can I? May I go next, Chair? May I go next? We need the new property rate to improve. Right now, we're at 0 new properties a week. I need to get it above 2 new properties a week. So that's my goal on that one. The student community. Can we move over some of the emails over to a centralized email list? Because from the STP event, we have, I don't know, how many emails did we get? Around 100 emails, but that is in a separate database right now than the regular emails because they're mixed together. So, actually, hold on a second. We have a huge email database right now from job applicants, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
We're not using that at all. Advertising, for community building, for keeping in contact.
Like newsletter.
Yeah,
Because we don't have the content as well. You know, like
we do. We have LinkedIn, all right? So if we have, essentially, we do longer form newsletters and we just blast it out to people. We say, hey, look, these are some career tips. These are some ways of reapplying to Bukit Vista. I think that could be actually useful to the people on the mailing list. We're accumulating new followers. Best time to post on Instagram?
Anything?
6, yeah? Let's give away Villa Damu at 6 o'clock today. Can we?
You announce the winner, you mean?
Yeah, announce the winner. Because you're about to also head out. All right, let's announce the winner and then seed the next one, right? Which is a free stay at Chanti. Yeah. So then we'll seed another one and then we'll roll another prize. Yeah. And then hopefully that will get us back up to a
So
large number.
are we going just because like I see like multiple comments, so we just like take one person?
Each person is a unique entry. Each person is a unique entry. So remove duplicates.
Yeah.
Essentially download the entire comment list, go on Excel, remove duplicates, and then do a random select from one of those. Yeah? Okay? Alright. Cool. Next one. October revenue is most likely going to be hit. Right now we're at 299. We're 15,000 away with more than 10 days. So that one is okay, but I really don't have a lot of people to offload my B2. I'm thinking maybe Dominic, since she's actually learning the fastest out of the entire Squad 1 group, and she has the most regular attendance too as well. Alright, developing senior leadership. So we've already promoted D1 to be assistant squad lead, but I also need a squad lead on Squad 1. So currently, we're essentially just letting Alvin go into it to develop himself into a squad lead and monitoring his progress along that. Yes, Davita.
Actually, in squad 1 for like the squad lead, as per now, all of the people, we are right now collecting. How do I say? Like, what do the people or like the member of each of squad 1 expect the squad leader will be, like in terms of responsibility, actions, and everything. And then after that, we are going for a squad buy-in.
Okay, sounds good. All right, that way we can actually vote organically.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds like Vita's working on this.
It's the whole squad.
Okay. And the last one is to, of course, develop an industry-leading LinkedIn profile that can beat Potato Head. And currently, we're still a little bit behind. We're actually a little bit more behind than we were before, but I think we can figure it out. We just need to analyze what's going on. Okay, that's it. That's my updates. Back to you, Chair. Oh, yes.
Mr. Chair.
Vida.
Yeah. So basically, we said like squad OKR for squad 1, and then like one thing that they proposed for me as HR in squad 1 is actually to choose the revenue manager as well, and then it was not yet passed the motion of the proposal because I was just like thinking if it's not going to happen like by the end of this month, because to recruit new people for RM is like I don't know. Like,
I think we
most
need to develop
impossible.
somebody from inside.
Yeah, so I was just thinking like either Alvin and then Risky, but then you're saying Dom, so maybe I can also
Okay.
go for discussion.
Alvin is, I believe, currently way overloaded. He doesn't. He has the same thing that Chris has. He doesn't say stop right when he's overloaded. So he is currently squad lead and he's responsible for all the owners and all the thing. I think that's already very complicated. I'd like to reduce Alvin's bandwidth to just leadership activities at the moment. All right. Dom Risky has pledged to be more involved in finance projects and getting the clarity inside the entire organization, Bukit Vista, for finance better, like what he's doing with his MVPs right now. So it really just leaves Dom, and Dom is actually pretty strong on most of the revenue management guild sessions. Her intuition is very strong. It's actually on point. So
Yeah,
I'd
so
like,
we're like doing that yesterday.
yeah, and she's really enthusiastic. She really wants to do it too as well. So the other ones just don't have that way to do it. No? Okay. But I'll hand over some of my beats over to Dom as sort of that transition. It will not be a hard stop. I probably will have to do revenue management for at least the next 3 or 4 months, but I'll hope that Dom can. Back to you, Joe.
Okay. Okay. We can move on to the next OKR.
Are like still the same, but I have one more. The last one, which is also like a proposal from this one, which I agree to propose a community manager job description and scope of work, and then get like the buy-in from chapter lead as well as squad one. So, yeah, like basically like the scope of work and job description for the like, for more into the costs.
No, more into like market building. So check this out. A lot of times what we did was actually I think kind of wrong now. So we acquired the partner and then it should be kind of the other way around. I think we should actually start thinking about community and then the community we acquire partners. So part of the problem with let's say community management is actually lead. I don't know, somebody spread a rumor said Jing, the boss of Bukit Vista went away. He's been gone for 6 months. Somebody in our organization told them that. Right?
Really?
Yeah. Somebody said, yeah, Jing's not. I think they probably meant Chris, but somehow the wires got crossed, and somebody said that essentially, yeah, Jing hasn't been here for 6 months. He's left the country. And I was like, what? So I don't. And there was like 7 people who thought that. Elliot thought no. Elliot didn't. This is even weirder because Elliot was the friend of the person who was right next to. So I'm not sure what's going on. Right? There's a lot of fake news going around. So. What I've realized is in the era of social media, and this is what we believe in, if you don't, then it just starts going like sideways. So in effect, I think a community manager is a person who is essentially telling the story of Bukit Vista, but also very much keeping the threads of the community together. When somebody, I think a community manager needs to identify what's the problem and how to fix it, and then spread how to fix this across the rest of the community. Hey, look, don't feel ashamed when you have bed bugs. It's pretty common. This is the number to a person who can solve your problem. These are things that can happen. That, I think, is part of the CRM specialist job, right? To create that community. That information in a community will get people to want to join Bukit Vista because they go, oh, okay, you're offering pretty easy. I'll help you write this job description.
So it's like,
Yes, Pita.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, Pita.
Yeah. So I mean, like, if this is like similar with like the CRM, and then, but it's 2 different people, right? Like 2 or.
Yeah. So okay,
because,
we
like,
do have
different
sort of a double community management here. We have a digital community management, which is essentially a person who reaches out to people that are not Bukit Vista.
I believe we already discussed on this week. I am able to also with Sandra and Daniel. So hopefully for this one, I will come up with a report for the summary of all the one-on-one meetings by the on or by the
Yep.
Yeah. Just
disbursement of funds. And then, hi Mo.
I heard about the budgeting, but the 3.5. So I don't see that what you're gonna buy, what it is. Is it not? It's just flat giving to you. So you plan
Okay,
ahead.
wait.
Yeah.
Can you stay here? I'll show you my.
Oh wow, that looks amazing. That looks amazing. Wait, I see the budgeting though. It's all here, right? No?
I don't see that part. I just get 350.
So
Barbecue.
Saturday Jim says that just put it 350 rupiah per hat,
Mhm.
and that's all. So basically, this is the budgeting that I give to finance so far.
Mhm.
But I don't change the details, but I will give it the report by the end of the Halloween. So like by the end of the project, I will put it this one for each details on what is the need for decoration, the snacks, the makeup.
It's already
and, like,
here, right?
Yeah, it's already there, and there is a special paper also for each needs. Like there's special paper for makeup, special paper for snacks. But I don't want you to stack up with too many details in the beginning. So I will come back by the end of the after the occasion is finished. I will come with the report, and if there's sisa uang or there is like kurang, I will report it by the end of the acara gitu loh.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, because the paper that I see only 350. I don't
All right. Just yeah. Let's go ahead and get this dispersal.
Yes. Alright.
Yeah, that's pretty much for Halloween, and for STP we already done. Oh, just an update. Just like we still need to pay 200 rupiah for the table for STP there, but we can pay when they get like create our trophy. You know, it's like we're at first place, right? And then they misgive the trophy. We got the second one. So I say that okay, we'll pay if you give us the right trophy. So there, yeah, they said that okay, no problem. I'll give you.
Okay, how much is the table?
200.
Okay. All right. We accidentally took a second table, or
No, it was like already there, right? Like when we moved in.
yeah.
And
So,
then no one was like telling us it. They sent to Ara that actually they said it in the group and we were in the group.
the fuck.
Yeah.
That's,
And I already also like clarify who exactly ordered this table. And then they
nobody
said that,
ordered the table.
No
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah. That's snarky. That's like.
It's like we didn't even talk to the committees. Like the committee didn't even come. They just come when they give like the food and also asking for the signature. That's it.
Snarky.
Hello.
I say it's snarky. Yeah. Hey, Rian, welcome in. How you feeling, man?
Still feeling good.
Okay.
That's something I can digest now.
All right. Good little man. Okay, Rian's back. All right, great. Let's keep on going. Okay, so STP is done. We just need to pay for the tables. Okay. All right.
then for the hiring itself for Ella.
Okay.
And then for Ikhwani Unsak Benati, I don't know, Kita is going to invite her.
I sent an invitation yesterday. I haven't checked the email. Oh, also one more person actually, George.
George.
Pongsalu. Huh?
George
You
Fine.
come from outside
Oh.
of Bali?
No, in George.
Okay, that's fine.
For Insania in Bali.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, and I'd like to actually ask about.
Yeah, I have it
I
on
sent
note.
it to you yesterday morning, Ara. But you haven't read it.
Oh, pow!
Yes, Ara.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for my opinion.
Okay. Yes. I think we are
Half an hour?
we still have.
Half an hour.
Yes, sir.
All right, fantastic. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm kind of, let's do a few things. One, I'd like to do a quick CV analysis with everybody, like the way we do revenue management, and see how we're all intuiting, or what our intuition is for certain candidates applying from STP, right? Right?
Well,
We should actually review the candidates from STP.
there's so
But
many
we
candidates on the
we can really actually like analyze that, because maybe like let's say if we take a look at the cards on Trello, like it was like actually like giving them a chance like to send the CV
Right.
and then
Well, for big person, both are not hustler enough for me.
Yes. Okay. All right.
like confusion, but I don't think like this person is actually going for that.
Mhm.
I don't know why, like I have like the bias towards people who actually studying like overseas and then like applying for a job and Monroe is like quite good consulting like HR recruitment as well.
Uh-huh.
I have a firm working there in
Okay.
Monroe. So I mean if they already get like good pay there, and then like why they're applying for
Oh,
a startup or
well, that's actually even better, right? In some ways, so.
it depends though. Like it
Mhm.
could be like a company risk as well.
Ah, right. Okay. Company not fit risk. Nelly did the same. She was working at like Sony and such. Okay, let's take a look. Here's what I think. This one is probably a no. For many reasons. Account officers generally stay inside in a bank behind a desk, and they react to work. Right? They don't go out and they seek out new accounts. So sure, Pastia Mulia
It's
business.
actually a good one.
Is a good business school. Okay, all right. So, not so sure about the hustle aspect. This senior executive recruitment consultant could be good, could not be good. So, an executive recruiter is generally very hustle. And in order to recruit executives, there's not too many executives who are just looking for work. You'll have to usually charm them away from their current job. Media for a very long time, and Uber was able to essentially extract them over. So that was a really good job on the executive recruiter. Okay, I think he's applied before. Professionalism. I don't know sure what that means.
We'll be like doing head hunting, like talent hunting. So
Mhm.
I'm not sure actually about like properties, but I think at least you have like that analysis.
Yes. I think this could be a CRM guy. So he essentially can go cold call. If you're doing executive recruiting, you're generally doing cold calling, you're doing email follow-up, you're doing communication follow-up, right? You're not going out into cafes and
I doubt that.
okay, our doubts set. What do you think, Vita?
Can it be like
Well,
finance?
okay. Nope. Boo Boo, what do you think? Does this candidate have a growth mindset?
I don't think so, sir. I was wondering why he take three times of internship.
Okay. Okay. All right. I would actually say yes. It does seem like he has a growth mindset, and this is why. He's just must have built that up.
Yeah.
In 2 years, I don't think that Monroe, which Vita said that this is an established organization, they probably won't recruit people right out of college and say, all right, you're senior executive recruiting consultant. So that tells me that he has actually built up skill sets and capability to get to that promotion. Or they just promoted randomly.
But
Right.
getting qualified to promote into that position is different from being a growth mindset, right, sir?
Why? Why would it be different?
Because qualified is just as simple as, people can actually excel these people more because the growth mindset is better than this person.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. That is, but that's hypothetical, right? We're looking for evidence of growth. So evidence of growth implies that there is a growth mindset. So let's say, for example, this person, we don't really know 100% how strong, what the potential of his growth mindset is, right? Yes, there could be another candidate that has a stronger growth mindset than Charisma over here. But we do have evidence of growth. We do know that it is most likely, and this is a hypothesis, most likely he did not begin at Monroe at the current position that he's at now. And during the 2 years, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, has he actually doing the same job, or is he doing them in that language, in that vocabulary? We don't, yes, you're right, there could be somebody else with a better growth mindset, there could be somebody, but that would be unproven until we see. So growth mindset, the best way to see the evidence is where do they begin, where do they end up, and how long did it take them to get there? If they went from being, let's say, a dishwasher to owning the restaurant in 5 years, that would probably mean you have a very good growth mindset. But if you were a dishwasher for 5 years straight, that means you're probably not in a growth mindset, right? Because we're not seeing any growth. Okay, so there is internships, which is also kind of interesting to me. I can't figure out what the pattern is. Is there any core thread? He's worked in banks, the UN, which is NGO, and a range of different industries. But all these industries are fairly, what do you call, showcase industries. They're not bullshit.
I've never even heard.
Pretty interesting though. I would say that this person does have a little bit of a company risk because most of it is very corporate. Not a position that is a position that needs a strong bias to action. And self-learner, don't know, right? Can't really tell.
Times I want
Right.
to do interns. So.
Right, they're going through these internships in order to learn. And actually, this is interesting. This is interesting. Executive office intern, market research, finance and corporate planning. Guess what I know now?
He's basically doing like all the business.
He's doing executive level stuff, right? Executives are in there, they're debating what to do. Market researcher is okay, that's where you first began. But you went into finance and corporate planning. And that's also where there's a lot of executive thinking happening. And now he's hiring executives. So it actually makes sense. Your internship experience is actually adding to your current job's capability because you are able to leverage and bank on some of your previous internship experience. So yeah, I would actually agree. That does seem like evidence of self-learning. Okay. He learned that skill himself, and that's how he can actually work this job. Okay, great. So yes, I think this is someone we definitely should interview. More likely, I wonder why he's doing business development instead of, let's say, human resources. But yeah, kind
Potter.
of Harry Perdana. Ha 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 ha. Okay, all right, the joke went. Okay, wait. Pick up. Okay. Hey, Lily, how's it going? All right, let's take a look at this. So this is business school for you. What do I know about this person now?
Nurse.
Okay, what kind of risks do we see here? Or what do we know?
Mindset.
Fixed mindset. Why does this person have a fixed mindset?
Like
Because for I think the 3 years it's no.
No, right? Didn't grow at all. So account officer sounds like where you begin, and account officer says like where you, and he doesn't even really know what he does. No description of what that role actually means. So he's a terrible speller. He's critical and detail. That's fantastic, isn't it? That's 100% detail oriented.
Oriented.
Isn't that the biggest irony? You should get like a stamp on your forehead that says idiot, right? Like, don't you think that's just completely idiotic? Detail, or like as soon as you wrote the next word, you failed. Detail or No, you should see this. This is hilarious, right? This person is detail oriented.
Spelling mistake.
Right on after, right? They said detail.
Oriented, right? I'm sorry.
Detail oriented.
Yes, correct. Detail oriented. I guess not.
He's applying for admin.
Oh,
We're gonna screen this person out for you.
Thank you. Thanks for doing that. Yeah.
What? I mean, how clueless do you need to be? I mean, that's oh my god, that's so clueless, right? That's like, that's a massive fail. That's ridiculous. That should go on a meme. I'm detail oriented. I'm critical too. Apparently not self-critical. I'm self-liberal. I give myself a lot
To
of.
others.
Hey, Rizal, you should see this. This guy's detail-oriented. Look at this. Critical. Clearly you are detail-oriented. I mean, that must be a joke, right? I don't know what to do with that. Credit risk analysis. You are a risk analysis. You are the risk. Reject. Get away, Harry. Okay. Detail oriented.
Too late. There's a lack of detail.
Okay, all right. I'm helping him. Otherwise, he probably won't ever correct. He'll just go around and everybody will be like, "Jeez, gee, okay, all right. That was fun. I'm critical, self-critical, critical analysis and detail-oriented. Can't even analyze your own snippet, and it was less than 140 characters. Credit risk analysis. You are the risk analysis. You're okay. Let's look at this. Okay, all right. Let's go to the online marketing specialist. All right, we're almost done. Almost done. Two more. Detail oriented. Detail. Let's go to Boo Boo. Boo Boo. What does Herman look like? He's applying for an online marketing specialist position.
Okay. I think for the role, he's pretty much experienced for this role, but not on the.
One Herman is like more into like physical marketing instead of like digital marketing.
Yeah.
The second one is more into like digital marketing as well. Like two contradictory, like physical and then like digital.
Offline and online.
Yeah,
right?
offline
Okay.
and online.
Okay.
And then I would say yeah, the requirements also like take off like one is not ticked.
Do we have high school graduate in our team member?
Graduate?
Do we have right?
High school.
High school.
High school graduate do not go to.
Oh, Wayana.
It's like I've introduced some from high school graduates work rather than growing. They were, I don't know how to explain it, but
Like
Like
Kyo?
that to survive. More
What?
survival mode.
what?
Survival mode. Like working for a living.
High school graduates more on survival mode. rather than-
I see what you're saying. They're more like working. They're at the base of the career pyramid. They're just working for money, right? Rather than working for career or. Interesting. Okay, so looking for jobs. That's okay. I do see that. All right, interesting. Go. Like Kyo. Sorry.
Randa is actually a high school graduate. See, like to interview him. The one
Right. Okay. All right. Yeah. Interview Randa. He's a high school graduate, so that could be a interesting comparison. Small or startup companies. This guy's a commissaris utama. He's the main commissaris. I think that's owner, right? Essentially, no? Commissaries, okay. Marketing specialist, also justice security, justice cleaning, graphic designer, 2 months, business owner for 7 months. So, no, I think this person is just all over the place. They don't have any real pathway. So,
Sir,
yes.
See-
Oh, you should see this. This guy wrote his CV he was detail oriented. I know. What an irony, right? It's like he's out of luck, right? Like it's like
Like even-
it looks like he just doesn't know what he's doing. They're just hoping to get lucky, and they're not really building a following. So that's
Sir,
Joe. Yeah.
sir,
no,
I think
flash.
yeah, you recruit no her.
but
Say that in the CV though, didn't you?
detail oriented, sir.
All right. No go on this one. No go. The next group needs to get in. But this is Herman. Herman as only.
a distributor for and as Blue Scope Lysac Indonesia.
What? Okay. Distributor Blue Scope Liasat. What is
This
Blue?
company have sir, LinkedIn page.
That's Herman.
No. It's Herman.
Yeah. Are you being? Okay, not allowed ceremony.
We are. Recorder would be me.
Boo boo. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And it'll be tomorrow. Okay. Great.